Alright guys, I'm putting up just a short comp grind here on this Nile Emperor, and then I'm going to go offline and practice with Josh a little bit for the Q1, and then at some point today I'll stream the Q1 qualifier. But I do need to practice for it for a little bit, but this one's fun. I wanted to play in it. It's really challenging, but fun nonetheless, so. And we're off. Not the best of peaks for this thing, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Let's go in here and try our luck. As you can see, somebody's already caught one. I might actually go for a small first, but let me see what makes more sense. I've got various lures that I like for the small, but we'll see. No guarantees. I did reset my app hoping I get a decent bite rate, but this is a weird peak for this thing. You guys welcome tuning in. I'm going to do this Nile Emperor, and then I'm going to go off stream practice with my buddy Josh for a little bit for the Q1, and I'll stream that at some point today. It may be a little later after it starts, but I do want to get in a little bit of practice. That thing is extremely boring, but I want to at least put up a couple of fish for you guys, so any of my subs or friends that are wanting to play in it later have a little idea what to do. That thing is going to be dreadful. I'm sure there's teams that's, already going to have that thing kind of figured out. So getting in that top 20, I definitely don't expect to see myself do that. But nonetheless, I want to put it up on the channel and try to help somebody out, whether it's hook size or what kind of how it plays out, if it helps anybody. I have had luck getting a really small perch with this before, but it's all going to depend. I got multiple lures that I like to try, but we'll see. For whatever reason, I've got 3 or 4 uniques in this before, or one unique, and I can never get the small, but for whatever reason, I can never get a nice small one and a nice big one in this thing. But this one's usually fun. It can be slow at times because the peak's horrible, but it's usually a nice challenge to go in and try to compete with these guys in it. Just had one miss it. Missed it again. Clover spin also works. The 1-0 hook jelly shad will work. And also this one I've caught. I'll try. I'll probably get them in the 60-pound range, but we'll see if I can get one to hit. They actually will hit the topper, twitching or stop and go, but since I got the spa drill on, I'll try stop and go. On the 2-0, obviously I'm wanting a small one. shades on. I can't see my lure. Oh, he missed it. That was a nice small one too. Missed it again. Come on, little guy. Again, you guys are going in this thing. If I found when I first started playing it, I'd just go around and try to get as much uniques as I can. But now I try to focus. As I've tried learning to do these things, this is more of a quality of a thing. You want a quality small and a quality big. So I try to be somewhat patient. Missed it again. That was a really small one. Another way you can do this, if you see he's missed it twice, you can put on the smaller reel, whether it's a Kraken or this, and get them with a twitch if they're missing. Again, I don't recognize. Don't ever set your anchor, just in case you get a bigger one, but you can. They will hit the twitch as well, with the slower reel speed, of course. Can't get one on this, I'll go for a clover spoon. If I get too bad a shape, I'll have to start going for a big one. Welcome to the stream, anybody tuning in. I'm going to do this Nile Emperor, and then I'm going to practice and then put up the Q1 later on today, so. Man, if that's not working, I'll go to a clover spoon. Morning, Warren, bro. Got rained out at work today, so. Put in about 3.5 hours this morning of steady light rain, and then it just let loose, so. Back on the grind now. Holy, guys already got a 441. About to bell out on this spot. Let me do a couple casts and just see if there's a big one here at least. Not much, Josh. How you doing, buddy? You ready for that exciting Q1, man? I was anticipating coming in here and having a little fun. But I'll come back to this spot. It's letting me down again, boys. Can't get a small here. Josh, did you sign up for this one? Are you saying hell no? I saw how to hit finally. Okay, my bad. Come on. I know they love the shatter. I wouldn't be using it, boys. A 449? For the love of God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it sometimes, to be honest. I think they just gotta dial. I don't know. I don't know how they dial it out. I really don't. I normally, I don't know. Like I said, I've caught four in this before, and they've all been in the 360s, no matter what hook size I use. That's what's crazy. So this time I'm trying to stay with a 14 just to see if it actually does produce a bigger one. I don't know why it would. It doesn't when I play free mode. And I know for a fact one of my 451s was on a 10.0. I don't know, boys. Could be small, could be big. I can't even tell yet. Oh, it looks decent. At least we'll be on the board finally. Of course it's a trophy. Why wouldn't it be? And the glow shot again. I am so sick of not being able to rotate my lures both ways. Everybody tune in. Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's day is going well. I'm doing this short one here real quick, and then Josh and I are going to practice. And at some point today, it may be an hour or so after it starts, I'm going to stream the Q1. It's probably going to be ugly. Josh and I were practicing, I think, 2 to 4 Payara an hour, real time. So we'll see. See how bad it goes. Come on. Attaboy, Josh. Did you go to the glow shed too? How you doing, Dutch? Trying to play in this Nile Emperor. Boney on a 10-0. Yeah, I told you they like that Boney, bro. I wouldn't lie. I know one of my 451s came off the Boney shed. Oh, the Trout Hunter? Awesome, buddy. I'm glad it helped you. Thanks, Dutch. Appreciate it, bud. usually don't give me too good a luck. Part of me wants to downsize my hook, but as you can see when you're looking for the guy's got a 449 and a 441, you kind of need a big one. So I'm going to try to see if big hooks will prevail. Again, my own theories is, at least in free mode, I've got big fish off the 10-0 or the 12-0 too, so I don't know why it would have to be a 14, but I just want to see. Is it possible they got an X Series 14 offset? Maybe. You did with minutes left. Well, the old buzzer beater, yeah, those are hard to... That's why I kept complaining about I wish they'd fix it so you could rotate your stuff one direction or another. Cause whether you're in a bait comp or lure comp, you know, those seconds, as you well know, Tinker, those seconds can cost you at the end when that timer goes off and you're trying to beat the buzzer. I'm gonna come over here. I'm sick of battling that guy there. Started by getting a big brown early. Oh, to have a kicker. Man, are they really gonna make me go fish the waterfall? That's where I got my big one the last time. I hate fishing the waterfall. Oh, he's here. Just missed it. That was a big thud. I'm back for it. Oh, you caught 52 fish? Good Lord. At least you had a lot of fun. The jig winner set up. Yeah, I love the jig winner. Oh, they let me cycle. They let me cycle. Once they would jump out of the water, I would see yeet them my way and gain all the ground. Yep. All right, Dutch. Are you serious right now? I'm in Trophy Town. That's dang near a max size trophy. They get up to 285. But he still wasn't a uni. I have got the 286 uni in this before. Yeah, and when you get the cash too, Tinker, do some of your stays. This better be a freaking hog, y'all. Holy. 400, though. Yeet. Take it. Alright, now we need a tiny one, guys. Alright, this takes a lot of patience. Bear with me, boys. This is not an easy thing to do, but I gotta try it. Pay attention to my time here. This takes a lot of patience to get a small perch with this. Yep, fingers crossed. You're in school, Nathaniel. Welcome to String, buddy. Have you ever trolled fish in this game? Hope you're having a good day at school, my man. Welcome to stream. Yeah, Antoine, you can kinda if you I don't have time to show you right now, but yeah, it's possible. You can cast like a crank out and just use your trolling motor if you want to. On some ways it will work. I gotta try to focus and get me a small fish so my decent one don't go to waste. But as you can see, there's some big ones up on that board. I wish they'd set it up, Antoine, so you could actually have a rod standing, you know, have a motor geared low enough so you could actually troll. That would be so much fun. Well, don't get yourself in trouble there, Nathaniel. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, Nathaniel. I just started this channel about 5 weeks ago. Definitely growing a lot quicker than I thought. I didn't even look at it. I gained 8 overnight. I just got home from work, boys, so I texted Josh and see if he wanted to practice and figured I'd throw this up for you guys while we go to practice for that stink fest we're gonna put up today. That Q1's gonna, it's so horrible. I hope the bite rate's better or something, but I figured if I at least stream it for you guys, and then you guys that play in it later, it might help you one way or the other, just to kind of see what the bite rate's like and if the unis actually hit anything. But 2 to 4 fish per hour is what Josh and I were averaging on the Payara. I'm hoping they beefed up the bite rate a little bit in the tournament, because it kind of seemed like that in all the other tournaments I played in. You practice one thing and you get in there, for whatever reason it seemed better. So I kind of hope that's the way it is. Yeah, you got, let me look real quick. I'll explain it to you. Here's how this works, guys. Antoine, if you've never played in a tournament, basically what'll happen is, even though this thing starts in 3.5 hours. You actually get, see how it says start? It'll start at 1 p.m. and then you got all the way till 9 a.m. tomorrow. So if you wanted to play in it, let's say 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, that's kind of why I'm going to stream mine. That way, if it picks up anybody, and I think Super Dave's going to be probably streaming it. He usually streams these things too. But at some point, I'll stream it as well, and then you can kind of look and kind of see how things go and make your own little adjustments there. But even though it starts at a certain time, it gives you a 24-hour period. Yeah, because they gotta, they gotta count for people going to school and stuff, guys. So they can't just. Now in the tournament, if you make it to the semifinals or the finals and that, even if whenever it starts, everybody has to play at the same time. It don't matter. So it's a 2-hour thing, as well. Just in case you didn't know, it is 2 hours, and that's where it was getting so dreadfully slow for me and Josh when we were trying to practice it. Because if you figured sitting there for 2 actual hours and only catching 2 fish per hour, like real time, it was a absolute snore fest even trying to practice for it. I bet that guy at the top sweating bullets. He's got such a large fish, but his small looks like it's only a 49. I caught a 438 once on this and took fourth because I couldn't get a small one. So I'm just trying to secure a small one right now, at least one around 35 to 50 pounds. That way my score doesn't look so bad. As you can see, I've caught one uni and 2 trophies. A 260, a 280, and a 400, so I don't even have a gap fish. In other words, my 400 will go to waste. What'll happen is if I use a flat spoon, they'll hit this, Antoine, trust me. If I use a flat spoon, the 4.0's too big, and the odds are I'm going to get like an 80 pounder, a 90 pounder, or a 100 pounder. I've experimented with all kinds of lures, but this one works. I can use a small shad as well, or like a jelly shad on a 1.0 offset, or a small jig head. And this peak's horrible. It's at the end of the. It's not a good peak. It's out of. You're fishing out of peak for these things. Yeah, yeah. I'm. These things will get as small as 34, 35 pounds. Believe it or not. In fact, I'm gonna go back down here and try to get me a small. Bear with me, boys. I got a method to my madness. I'll try to save the last 15 minutes and go for a big one, but I gotta at least get 150 pounds or smaller, or my 400 just went to waste. I've played in this one 7 or 8 times now. I can just never get a nice big one and a nice small one. I think you guys will probably kind of find the same issue when you guys play in it. But I assure you, the perch will hit this. As well as the clover spoon and that little minnow I was throwing out there. That little 1.0. The 1.0 is usually my favorite, but it takes so long to work it. Oh, did you see that? Dang it, man. That was a nice small, too. Welcome back, Dutch. We did get a 400 pounder. I'm trying to get a small one now and then try to spend my last 12, 15 minutes going for a bigger one, but I have to, it's imperative I get one small one. I don't want that 400 pounder to go to waste. Not horrible, not great. I just missed a decent small one on this topper. I'm trying to just get a small one, bro, for now. Save myself a little bit of time. Try not to panic. These things can be won or lost towards the end, but obviously those guys at the top are all sweating. One guy, looking at the top three, none of them have a really good small one. The numbers on the right is the number of the biggest fish that you got. The numbers on the left is the gap, Antoine. So doing the quick math at the guy at the top, oh, he just got a little bit better of a small one. What is that, boys? He's got a 441 minus 408, whatever that is. But the guy in second, basically, Antoine, he's got a 449 for a big one, and he's got a 49 for a small one. Ah, I missed it again, bro. Hit it. That is garbage. 33. Okay, yep. Good math, Antoine. So, see, they get down really small. He's going to be hard to beat. That's why I'm trying to get a small one. Sometimes having a small one's just as important as having the big one, but obviously, since I'm 46 pounds behind no matter what, or 49 pounds behind. And I was trying to show you this lure does work. Might have to go to a spoon or something. Two of them's missed it, which is crazy. In other words, my gap's 133, Antoine, because my smallest fish is 260 or something like that. 260, whatever. 267. In other words, I got two trophy perch and a unique. I cannot believe. Hold on, guys. Normally I don't have trouble getting them with that. I'll try and offset one with the jelly shad. I've got 35 pounders with this before too. Oh, missed it. Be small and don't be a catfish. How did I know? How did I know? That's why I hate using the shads to try to pick up a small one. That's why I was using a topper, because I know a catfish isn't going to come up and get it off the top. That's exactly why I've been trying to use spoons and the toppers and other things, so I'm not worried about sitting there farming catfish. This one is a great option, but you can get a 35 pounder, and I've got a 150 pounder with this thing too, believe it or not, on a 2.0. I have tried the 4.0 flat spins, and they're almost always 90 to 150 pounds or more, so that's why I've kind of ruled out the flat spins if anybody was curious. And I'm using this lighter rod so I can cast this because it's only a half ounce. Oh, come on. Time for a blunt, right? Something, bro. Something. Bro. Let me try something. I might regret this because I might get one way bigger than I want. I might get one bigger than I want on this, so I'll try it anyway. Uh, I would have to agree sometimes, Nathaniel. Like I said, I was saying that last night on stream. One of my guys were talking, and other than missing the time I spent with my friends, and everybody grows up and kind of moves off and starts families or whatever. Yeah, school was absolutely boring. Didn't I say I would probably catch one bigger than I want? Come on, Griffin Spot, don't let us down this time. How big is it? Oh, it's smaller. At least we're not going to have a 130 gap anymore, as long as I don't snap my line right here like an idiot. You were just skipping. Well, that took us to 25th at least. However, we're stuck in the middle here, boys. Stuck in the middle. Let me go back up to that first spot and I'll circle back through. I got a little bit of time. I knew that was gonna. The hook's 4-0 and up. Normally for me, I don't get lucky. You got to go at like 10, 12, sadly. Let me try this. I'm probably gonna get catfish, guys, but let me try. It is a 1-0 hook for crying out loud. Will not let me rotate through my lures again, guys. Costing me time, costing me time. Wish you were at home so you could play. But you're only level 3? That's not bad, man. You'll be able to go to what is it? Can't remember when the maroon opens up. Where you been farming at, Nathaniel? Okay, yeah. I thought you did. I couldn't remember. It's been a while. I thought the Amazon's 68 and the other one's the maroon's 63. Oh, did you get you a pass to the Congo? Awesome, buddy. Nice. Yeah, the Congo will help you out for sure. Dude, they will just not give me a small, will they? If you guys see my problem, I don't really have a real small one, I don't really have a real big one. If you look around on my channel, Nathaniel, if you get stuck back there and you don't rank up in time, look at my Lucky 50. I post up a bunch of stuff for the, if you go to live, look at my Lucky 50. There's a bunch of good catfish marks for you. Just throw like an 8-0 or a 10-0. Frogs if you got them. Cut bait, any of that thing. You can just sit there and farm those catfish off those marks I put up on my channel. I just haven't organized my channel yet. Basically, I put up a live comp grind. That's just me grinding comps. If I've labeled it, that's to help players out. But all those have marks that you could also, use as collateral to farm or anything like that. But all those that I've labeled, I put up good marks on. So whatever map matches the competition, then you can simply use those to fish and have fun or farm. And then any of my tips or trick videos are all on just videos and not live streams. At some point I'll have time to organize it all out, just not as of yet. Looking at my score there, since my small was 87, I can gain around 50 pounds from a 30 pounder, or if I got a big one, I can gain about 40 to 50 pounds. So I'm just stuck in the middle basically. If this happens to you guys, Josh, did you get a decent small one? A 90, yeah. They don't want to give me a small one, that's for sure. Alright, let me try this. Hold on again. This one takes patience, but I even put this up on my channel, Nile Emperor tips for the small one. This thing usually crushes the small ones. Thing is, it takes a lot of time up using it. You gotta work it really slow on the bottom. Everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm just doing this short comp grind on this one. I'm gonna practice and I'll put up the Q1 at some point today. I asked Josh if he got a small one, Nathaniel, if you're talking about the 90. He put up 90 for a small one. He's stuck in the same boat where he's got an okay big one and he doesn't have a small enough small like I do. That's why I'm stuck here going for the small, but I'm about to go for a big one just for fun at this point. See, my small is 87, so we're both just in that same boat. And this will happen to you a lot in this thing, guys. Again, a lot of this stuff's just RNG, but yeah, normally the perch will hit this thing. So you're rocking like a 290 gap? Yeah, that's where I'm stuck at in the 300s. Torn in between going for a big one and a small one. Like, what do you do? It's odd that they don't hit this. This peak, too, guys. This peak, as you see, it's dreadful. Obviously, nobody's going to come and farm in this peak. If you can see how slow it might go, but just to let everybody know, if you ever play in this, the peak is horrible, and that starts at 4 p.m., so it's starting, you're pretty much just fishing out a peak for these things. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and just see if, let me do a cast or two and see if I can get a big one. Improve my score a little bit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they challenge you in these things, Dutch. It's not like going and fishing in Tip Top Peak or when things are ideal. I normally don't have that much trouble catching, plenty of the 70 and 80 pounders though, which was I thought was odd. Well, yeah, Josh, good point. When when your gap's smaller than the guy's, when your uni smaller than the guy's gap, in other words, look at the guy's gap, 408, 406, and 400. His gap's bigger than, so even if I was to get, a 35 pounder, I'm going to be at a 365 gap. Day 40 for you on Congo. I bet you're rich at this point, Dutch. Making that money, right? Farming Bitcoins, 3 rank at a time. Nice one. Good one, Josh. Atta boy. That ought to help you, man. Dutch, that was me when the Congo first opened, bro. I was like a fat kid at the all-you-can-eat cake buffet, man. I went in there and I gorged. Nice, bro. You never know, Dutch. Who knows? Who knows, man? The I'm curious to see how much of all the gear and stuff's gonna cost. I hope they unload a bunch of stuff. In other words, you should be sitting tight, bro, even with 25 million. But I'm curious to see like how much those things, all the stuff's gonna cost for the ocean. I used to do a blend, Josh, and when I had premium when the Congo first opened, I would try to get 2 or 3 unique perch and then 1 or 2 tiger fish whenever I had fill in there. But yeah, you can get that 300 pound range or 300K range per net quick too, really, to be honest. That's a nice one. This is the dumbest thing a guy could do. Come up the waterfall. I should have just started at the waterfall and just do what everybody else does. That's probably where they're handing all these big ones out. I just don't like fishing at the waterfall. Just send me your friend request if you're on PS, Nathaniel. Just send me a friend request. It's my channel's the same as my gamer name, and I'll accept you if you need marks or something anywhere. Oh, you're on Xbox. Okay. I don't know if there is. I don't think so, unless they just changed that. Oh yeah, I got 200 million on here, my man. I'm gonna buy a lot of it. Yeah, and I'll probably still buy the pack just to support the game, as long as it's a good one. I normally buy their deal, not every DLC, but most of their DLCs. If they put a good package together, just to help grow the game. Yeah, see, I knew there were going to be great whites. I was wondering if there's going to be marlin and stuff. You would assume it's the ocean. Well, yeah, you'll probably have to buy for the boat, I would assume. Um, no, I don't know what the level set's going to be, is the thing. In other words, everybody will have to come in here and farm whatever you can farm to level up. In other words, the max level might be pushed from 80 to 90, guys. Who knows? Or they might be friendly and only move it up to 85. But in other words, if they move that rank up to 100 to get into it, which might be possible because they might, then that's kind of a way to force you to buy the pack or whatever. But hopefully they don't move it all the way up to 100, because that'll take some grinding to go from max level 80 to 100. Now, if you're not already max level 80, that's definitely going to be a push. But hopefully they don't make that too sky high. Yeah, I agree. Fantastic. 100% agree. That's the kind of the way I am. If they put a good pack together and they put a lot of effort into it, I don't mind. I don't have no trouble at all supporting the game. Cause heck, back in the day when I used to play Madden and stuff, I didn't. I got to where you spend 60 or 70 bucks on Madden every year it comes out, or Warzone or whatever game you like playing. At least in Fishing Planet bases in Ukraine. Yeah, I know all that stuff's going on over there, so definitely would help them out. Not to get too far into political things, but yeah, I wouldn't mind helping Ukraine out in that regard as well. Um, but yeah, as long as they put up a good pack, I always try to support them the best that I can. Because my point was, if you spend so much on Call of Duty and everything else year by year, it's a small investment to make each year for just the game. What I like about this game, it's progressive, so you're kind of investing into your account as well. So I don't mind supporting the game at all. But anyway, guys, here at the this I want to say starts in about 3 hours. I might put up a stream about an hour into that, but I want to practice with my friend here, Josh, um, on this, and I'll put this up. It's going to be probably dreadful, really slow. The peak's horrible. Going for the Pariara or the Silver Arowana, but everybody's going for the Pariara. And that's a float rod only. It's horrible. Josh and I practiced it a little bit. It's not exciting, but I'm going to at least put that up there. Yeah, me too, Antoine. I'm not really on a platform where I want to comment too much on it, other than I think you guys have learned by now. I like people from all over the globe and different nationalities. I'm a person that just loves people, so anytime there's bloodshed, I would hopefully that they can settle all that with a pen at some point. So, but this is not a platform me really to speak on that. But other than I wish the war would end peacefully with a pen as opposed to a tanks and that sort of thing. So anyway, you guys, not too much to ramble on that, but you guys take care. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to practice off stream with my buddy, and we'll put another stream up. But again, thank all you guys for supporting the channel, and look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Everybody have a good day.